Hello everyone, this is link1264 bringing you another gameplay commentary. This will be my fourth gameplay. Today we're playing a little Domination on the map Grid. And today I'm using a class with the Enfield dual mags, using Semtex and Smoke, and a class, or a perk loadout of Flak Jacket Pro, Hardened Pro, and Tactical Mask Pro. Now, the first thing I'd like to go into is my gun choice. As I've explained in a previous commentary, I love guns that actually have a bit of recoil and a kind of a learning curve that is required to use them, such as the SMG, the MP5K. The best example of this in the assault rifle class is the gun I'm using right now. It's the Enfield. I absolutely adore this gun. Um, a lot of that has to do with the fact that it does have a large amount of recoil compared to other assault rifles, and it just gives me a great deal of satisfaction when I use it against other players and I'm successful with it, because it's such a lot more difficult to use than the other ones. Now, the primary benefit of actually using the Enfield is that it has the aim down sight time of an SMG, which is exactly 200 milliseconds. This is combined with my choice attachment, which is dual mags. Now, dual mags, it gives you extra ammo, but more importantly, it gives you a faster first reload. So 1 out of every 2 reloads that you do is going to be really fast. Now, I find that with the faster reload and the faster aim down sight that the Enfield provides, and with this setup, it kind of gives you a 4-man sleight of hand pro. So, I don't feel the need to use sleight of hand with this class. Instead of sleight of hand, I actually run hardened pro. Now, the reason for this, partially it's because I can do greater penetration through walls, and I don't have to worry about getting so many hit markers while trying to fire at enemies that are hiding behind cover. But the best benefit of this is definitely the fact that there's less flinch when you're being shot at in a firefight. It allows you to stay on target a lot easier when being shot at, which means if you see another guy at the same time he sees you, if you're running Hardened Pro and he's not, you're more likely going to win the firefight, which is the best benefit of Hardened Pro. The other 2 perks are definitely directed toward the fact that I'm playing Domination. And this is my Domination class. The first perk is Flak Jacket Pro, whereas I can't be really damaged. I can be damaged, but I can survive any grenade or Semtex that lands next to me. The only way I can be killed by a single grenade is if I get stuck by a Semtex, which doesn't happen very often. This is really a benefit for capturing that middle point, where when enemies say that they're losing it, they will typically spam any grenade that they have available to them toward that middle point. Also, I have running Tactical Mask Pro, which is mainly just a complement to Flak Jacket Pro. It makes you pretty much immune to flashbangs and concussion grenades, so enemies are not able to spam their grenades onto the middle point and just leave you helpless. You're always able to defend yourself, which is definitely a huge help when you're trying to capture that middle point in Domination, because it is such a difficult task to accomplish. Now, right now, I'm going on a bit of a killing spree. I've picked up an AK-47, which is definitely my second favorite assault rifle, partly because it also has, a little bit of recoil and it's not overpowered like most of the assault rifles. But also, I kind of like the feel of the AK-47. So what I'm doing now is I'm basically just keeping control of B. Now, it's tied 77 all right now, but I'm not too worried about that right now. My philosophy when I'm playing Domination, especially by myself, is that if I maintain control of the central point, then I'll be able to win the game, regardless of how bad my team is, because they'll at least be able to hold that 1 point. Now, kind of felt at the moment that I could try sniping for a little while just to have a little bit of fun. Get a hit marker on this guy. Not too worried about it. But I kind of glanced at the scoreboard and realized this game is not going to be a freebie, despite the fact that I'm doing very well. So I get this nice little shot on this guy, and as soon as I die, I switch back to my Enfield class, just so I can help defend B. Because I'm really worried that if I don't focus on B, that I will lose this game. So we've lost, well, we're losing B. I think we eventually lose it here. So I immediately go to recapture this. I know exactly where the guy's camping at because my grenade didn't hit him, and there was no other possible place that he could be hiding. So I kill this guy. Oh, okay. Well, disregard what I was saying. I thought we lost B right there. So I'm going to continue to hold B now. And right there, you see a very good demonstration of Hardened Pro in action. I was able to just spray right through that concrete barrier and still get the kill. Now, as you see here, this is my second SR-71 that I've deployed. I've had a teammate to deploy an SR-71, so I'm pretty much known where the other team is most of the game. I'm not really sure how I feel about the SR-71 in general, because while it is a great kill streak, it is just way too overpowered. It's ridiculous. It kind of reminds me of the nuke from Modern Warfare 2, except in this game, instead of just ending the game outright like the nuke does, the SR-71 basically just makes the game unplayable for the opposing team for about 40 seconds, which is the duration the SR-71 lasts. Your only defense against its kill streak is if you're using a counter spy plane kill streak and you happen to have one available. And what you're going to see here is I do not camp. I cannot do it. Like, I'm trying to camp B. I plan a tactical insertion like I should, you know, just to help defend B, but I do not have the patience for this, which is why you'll see that I'm generally just a run and gun player. So I lose my patience. I start moving around just to kind of check my surroundings. We only have B, which means my teammates are struggling to hold A or C, which means I'm going to focus on trying to help them out by capturing A. And make a push over here to A. I get 2 kills with my Enfield and 1 with a pistol, which is pretty good play. And since I have Tactical Mask Pro, this guy's concussion grenade doesn't really affect me, and I'm able to cap A fairly easily to get my team back on track. And then I'm able to immediately turn around and defend B again. Now the other team is spawning inside this building here, so I'm just going to keep trying to defend A, because it seems to be the point of their focus. And once I clear them off, I get another SR-71, and this game is pretty much over. Because when the SR-71 up, as I said before, they can't do anything. It might as well be a nuke, because the game's over. They lose any kind of map control that they've once had. They can't defend themselves at all against someone who's even remotely competent in this game. Now, not to mention the fact that I've also got a counter spy plane and a spy plane in reserve once the Blackbird ends. Now, let's see. The other team continues to spawn kind of outside over here on the A side. Makes them real easy to contain. I ran out of ammo. And I picked up this commando with this suppressor. I'm really not a fan of suppressed guns in this game. I used to run silenced weapons in Modern Warfare 1 and 2 a lot because I felt that it gave you such a huge advantage being able to get the jump on your enemy. But the more I played without a silenced weapon, I found that silencer is really not worth the damage drop that you get, because you're going to lose a lot more firefights while running a suppressor attachment than you would if you didn't have that attachment. Now, I guess part of that is, I mean, if you're going to run a ghost class, then yeah, suppressor is probably worth the investment. But, I don't know, it just seems to me that if you are smart about the way you position yourself, that a silencer is really not going to help you. What I mean by being smart is after you get a kill, or maybe two, that you reposition yourself so that when the other team goes looking for you on their radar, you're not where they were, and you can continue to keep wreaking havoc. Yeah. Well, this game ends. I got 42 kills, 7 deaths, 4 captures, but most notably, I get 8 domination point defense. Now, if you like this game, please keep subscribing to my channel, and I'll bring you more. Thank you.